Hello everyone, welcome to another article. Today's article we're going to be talking about student debt and mostly focusing on Pete Buttigieg and his policies or his promises if he were to win the election in 2021. Now, as the title reads, Pete Buttigieg could become the first president with student loan debt. That actually surprised me. I know who Pete Buttigieg is. If you don't know, Pete Buttigieg is a mayor in South Bend, Indiana. He's also the first openly gay mayor and openly gay candidate who's running for the presidency, but still needs to win the Democratic nomination. But when I saw this title, I was surprised because I didn't expect Pete Buttigieg to have student loans. I didn't expect that, so it surprised me. This article was written 2 days ago. I know it's a little dated, but it intrigued me. So I'm gonna be reading you guys the article. I'll be putting my opinion, and after that, we're just gonna wrap the video up with a little bow on top. All right. So some of the bullet points said that Pete Buttigieg, the youngest mayor candidate running for office, could become the first president carrying student loan debt. Buttigieg and his husband Chasten have over $130,000 in student debt, according to AP. If he elected, he intends to make public college tuition free for lower to middle income families. Visit Business Insider's homepage for more stories. Okay? If you want to, there's a link right there if you want to. But student loan debt is set to become a major issue on the 2020 presidential campaign trail. And yes, a lot of candidates have addressed that colleges and their prices and tuition prices are ridiculous. And I have to agree on that. College is way too expensive. It really is. But we'll keep going on with the article. Pete Buttigieg, mayor of South Bend, Indiana, and presidential hopeful, and his husband have over $130,000 in student loan debt, according to financial disclosures reviewed by the AP on Sunday. A campaign spokesperson will not tell AP whether the loans belong to Buttigieg, his husband, or both. Okay, so we don't know. We don't know if those $135,000 are for just Buttigieg, or they're from both, or is it just from Chasten. Buttigieg has spoken previously about it. He and his husband Chasten have debt. If elected, he intends to make public tuition free for lower to middle income families. Chasten, and this is in the words of Buttigieg. Buttigieg says, and I quote, "Chasten is a teacher, so that involved getting a master's degree. And between the teaching training programs he was in, as well as his bachelor's and master's, it left us with a lot of debt," Buttigieg told Vice in March. A typical borrower owes between $20,000 to $25,000 in student loan debt as of 2017, meaning that on average, people owe $20,000 to $25,000. I am not in the average. I am lower than that. I only owe $2,000 so far. But a lot of people owe a lot more than $25,000. In the case of Buttigieg, he owes over $135,000 in student loans. That's ridiculous. And that's for a politician. It's ridiculous. I was surprised because I get the idea that politicians are rich, but I guess I'm wrong. You learn something new every day. But this shocked me because Buttigieg is a politician and he owes that much money. It's ridiculous. It's insane. But outstanding student loan debt reached a record $1.46 trillion last year. That's like what? I think like 0.5% of our national debt. I think the national debt right now is like 21 or 22 trillion. I'm not sure, but that's a lot of money. I know it doesn't seem a lot, but that's a lot of money. $1.6 trillion in student debt. That's ridiculous. Economists have found parallels between the student loan crisis and the subprime mortgage crisis and predict as many as 40% of students could default on their debt by 2030. That's bad. Universities are ridiculously expensive, and that's bad. 40%. We're talking about almost half. Almost 1 in 2 people could default on their loans, or pretty much declare bankruptcy because they couldn't pay off their loans. That's ridiculous. 2030. We're talking about 11 years. Student loan debt disproportionately impacts millennials, like Buttigieg, who is the youngest leading candidate in the race. Yet many older borrowers still struggle to pay off loans. A record number of Americans over 50 are carrying some form of debt, meaning that over Americans who are 50 years or older carry a lot of money, a lot of debt. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Seriously, like, Buttigieg is probably one of the youngest people running for the presidency right now, when it comes to the nomination. And he's in debt. Millennials are being affected by this because of the universities, but this is crazy. We're talking about a lot of money that people cannot pay up. Elizabeth Warren, another Democratic nominee candidate who's running for the nomination, is taking a bold stance on tackling student loan crisis after she proposed eliminating up to $50,000 in student debt for 42 million Americans. While no other major candidates proposed canceling student debt, most have offered proposals to make college more affordable. Senator Bernie Sanders has proposed providing $47 billion in federal funding to make state universities tuition free. Senator Kamala Harris and Senator Cory Booker sponsored a bill to incentivize states to lower the cost of college. That's the end of the article, but I'll also be providing my own opinion. Now, while I do respect Buttigieg, he is a veteran, he has served the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Buttigieg, for serving our country. But I had to kind of disagree with the idea of having a tuition-free university, or even having tuition-free universities or public universities. The main reason why is because the quality goes down. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of public schools, such as elementary, middle schools, high schools, when things are made free, the quality goes down substantially. A good example, for example, let's say I'm a baker. I sell my cakes for for $20, but I use the best ingredients. I use the best. My quality is incredibly high. So even a cake could cost $20, but people love the cake because it's made with incredibly good products, incredibly high quality cakes. And then next thing you know, the next day the government says, "Well, Carlos, you cannot sell your cakes anymore because because we are mandating that you give them out for free." It seems good, sure. I'm giving out more cakes, but what is that going to incentivize me to do? Well, I mean, if I'm not making money off of these cakes, why should I bother wasting money getting the best quality products? Why should I bother getting the best quality flour, the best quality sugar, the best quality eggs? Why should I bother? So what's going to happen? The quality is going to go down. There's no incentive for me to get better product because I'm not going to make a profit from it. Same thing for universities. Universities, sure. I would consider them a business. I wouldn't consider them a location of education, but to some degree they are businesses. They're competing with other universities, and obviously, how do they compete? Quality of education, prices. Someone's bound to go to a university that's cheaper compared to another one. So how do they do? Prices, right? For example, UCI. A lot of students are willing to put the amount of money in debt at UCI if they want to be a doctor because UCI has a good medical program. Let's say for example, let's say Kelsey Fullerton. If someone wants to be a doctor, sure, Kelsey Fullerton is cheaper, but UCI has the brand recognition. They have the name recognition. They're more likely to get hired as a doctor if they went to UCI compared to Kelsey Fullerton. So I could say that, yeah, sure, it's a business to some degree, but if they make universities free, the quality is going to go down. Again, for example, in public schools, elementary, middle school, high school, instead of teaching us how to do our taxes, how to balance our checkbooks, what do they teach us? How to read Shakespeare, how plants work, how to dissect an animal. Unless we go into a profession that involves acting, such as acting in like a Shakespearean plays, or being a biologist, most of those skills won't really help us. Won't really help the average individual. Instead, and that's the problem that I have, is that if the things are made for free, the quality is going to go down substantially. That's my personal opinion, though. So go ahead and disagree. If you want to disagree, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I would love a different opinion. I would love to have this discussion. But that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of free universities because I feel like the quality is going to go down. As much as I'm not a big fan of Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, actually, I'm somewhat of a fan of Cory Booker. I'm not that much of a fan in this case, that he's more of an identity politics type of guy. And Kamala Harris, I kind of don't like because she's more far left compared to Booker. But I like the idea of passing a bill that incentivizes universities to have a lower cost of college. That I agree with. I think that's a good idea because universities are ridiculously expensive. And I think that if we pass laws that will incentivize universities to say, hey, you know what? Let's lower our prices. That's a good thing. The quality won't go down as much, or maybe not at all, but at least people should be able to afford to go to university without having to take a lot of money in loans. Elizabeth Warren, in this case, I'm not a big fan of her forgiving debt in general. I really am not, because when you forgive people's bad choices, they're not going to learn from them. They're not. If they made a bad choice and taking, let's say, having a degree in gender studies, and now they have $50,000 in debt, I'm not going to feel bad for you. Because think about it. What job can you get in gender studies? What kind of job can you get with a gender studies degree? What about Chicano studies? What about Asian studies? What job can you possibly get that makes a 6-figure salary that could help you pay off that amount of debt? None. I can't come up with any jobs that require that much. You know, I can't require a job I can't think of a job that requires a gender studies degree for you to have the job. I don't. If you have any jobs that does require a gender studies degree, again, like I said, put it in the comment section below. I would like to be informed of this because I have yet to meet someone with a gender studies degree that actually has a job making a 6-figure salary. I don't. Now, going onward with this. The second reason why I think that making universities free is because the universities now they become a little bit obsolete. I see a little bit because some universities some jobs still do require a degree, also some certification stuff like that. For example, you want to be a teacher, you have to have a college education. Some of them do require certification such as a teaching credential or proof that you have knowledge of the subject that you will be teaching. So yeah, some jobs do require that. Same things for doctors. You have to go to university, and then you have to go to medical school. Lawyers, same thing. You have to study law. You have to study, I think, criminal justice, how the government works, American government, and you have to go to law school. So so I would say a few professions do require a university degree, but a lot of them are not anymore. In the past, universities used to be centers and locations where you can gain knowledge, gain a skill. But now they become more for, like, let's say, indoctrination centers. I know it sounds a little harsh, but it's true. They have become more indoctrination centers. A lot of students who go into universities become extremely liberal. They become radicalized. They become radicalized in terms of being liberal. Some of them end up coming out and saying that socialism is good, socialism is the best, and that's mostly due to professors. And I know you're saying, well, Carlos, don't just blame the professors. But no, I would say, sure, I wouldn't say, no, I'm blaming the professors because I've had professors who actually use those talking points. For example, in my first semester of college, and I was taking liberal arts math, it was called liberal arts math. That's a subject, okay? And my professor was ranting on. He would have rants sometimes in class, talking about socialism is good, socialism is fantastic, that Venezuela is not a real socialist country because socialism works. In this case, it didn't work, so that's not true socialism. We need to look up to Joseph Stalin, to Nicolas Maduro, from to Hugo Chavez. We need to look up to those people because those are real heroes of socialism. And in my mind, I'm thinking, dude, this is liberal arts math. Why are you telling me about socialism? I don't want to. This doesn't even fall into your into your teaching area. So why are you telling me about socialism? And that's the thing. A lot of students are being radicalized in these universities, and that's why a lot of universities are not. That's why I'm thinking they're becoming obsolete. For example, back in the day, you want to learn how to play guitar. What do? Go to a music school. Hire a private instructor. Now all you have to do is go on YouTube and look up guitar lessons, and there you go. You save yourself money on paying for an instructor. You save yourself money trying to buy the books. I even have a friend who knows how to play guitar. He's pretty good, by the way. He's pretty good as a guitar. I've seen some of his videos. Pretty cool, pretty cool guitar playing. He's literally good at playing the guitar. But he's never gone to a music school. He's never taken guitar lessons. I'm assuming that he learned them from YouTube, but still, that's pretty cool. Sure, he has some musical knowledge. He played the cello in the past. We were in the same class a lot. We were in the same school and everything. But dude, that guy, I don't think he ever took guitar lessons in his life, and he knows how to play guitar. That's pretty cool. And that's why I'm thinking universities are becoming obsolete every single day because technology is becoming more accessible. Instead of going to a music school to learn guitar, you can just go to the internet and look up guitar lessons. You want to learn how to make a cake? Instead of going to baking school or culinary school, all you have to do is simply go up on the internet and look up step-by-step process of how to make a cake. Well, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you think that, well, Carlos, universities are still in good value? You just fear mongering because you just don't like socialism, or you're thinking, you know what, I agree with Booker, or let me know who you agree with. Do you think that because I'm pretty because again I recognize universities are expensive. They are, and it's ridiculous. That's why I can agree with, but I have to disagree with Buttigieg and Warren here, and also Bernie too. I don't think that making college free is gonna make a big solution. I don't think it's gonna solve the problem because it won't. I really don't think it won't because when it comes to Bernie, if you make college free, people are still gonna have to pay the debt. Warren, she thinks that she's willing to eliminate up to 50 grand in debt. Guess what? Some people have more than 50 grand in debt. Look at Buttigieg. He has over 130 grand in debt. So how can you expect that to solve the problem? I don't think forgiving debt will solve the problem, and I don't think making it free will either. I have to agree with Booker and Harris here. I think that universities should be made cheaper because most degrees are pretty much worthless. I don't think that you should be paying $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 a semester for a gender studies degree. I'm sorry, but I don't think you should. I think you should go to a trade school or vocational school, learn a trade, do something. A lot of people now, when it comes to American culture, we are told that if you don't have a university degree, then you are not smart, you are inferior. And that's not really true. That's not really true. Auto mechanics, they make a lot of good money. Welders, they make a lot of money. Professions that are in high demand, but not a lot of people are taking them because they have the incentive of saying, hey, we need to go to college to be successful. You don't. You don't. I'm going to college because I want to be a teacher, and I need to go to college, otherwise I won't be able to teach. But other professions, you don't need a university degree for you for you to actually make a lot of money. Look at Steve Jobs. The dude dropped out of high school, I think, either high school or college. He dropped out. He dropped out of school, and yet the dude created Apple. Apple's one of the most richest companies, like when it comes to technology. They're making iPhones. They're making iPads. The MacBooks. The dude created a freaking technological empire. And the dude was a high school dropout or a college dropout. I'm not sure. But the point is, the dude didn't have a university degree. Why? Critical thinking, incentivization. He used real life skills to move himself forward. And that's the thing, is that we live in a society that says if you don't have a college degree, you're inferior. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that we should make college or universities free? Do you think we should make them cheaper? Do you think that those who have student debt should have their debt forgiven? Do you think 50,000 is too much? Do you think it's too little? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notifications bell as well if you want to keep yourself updated on all the videos that I put up. Again, I will try to upload as many as I can. Again, I do have a job, and I will have to go to school during the fall, so my videos will be a little inconsistent. But I will try my best to provide you the most up-to-date materials and the most up-to-date content when it comes to politics, when it comes to sorry, my battery's running low. But the point is, let me know what you think. Again, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. If you have friends who love politics, who are fans of Buttigieg, who are fans of Sanders, who are fans of Warren or Booker or Kamala Harris, let me, share with them. Share them with them. That way they can get a bigger perspective, because that's what I want. I want a bigger perspective. I do not just want my perspective, so don't take my opinion as fact. Again, this is just my opinion. I don't really think that we should make universities free, but at the same time, I don't think that we should be having to go to a university that's ridiculously expensive. You know what I mean? So again, you guys, until next time, hope you have a good rest of the day. I'll see if I can upload another video today. If I can't, I'll probably upload another one tomorrow. But have a good day. Have a good rest of you guys. Share the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And until next time, you guys, have a good rest of the day. You guys are awesome.